Hi everyone, how are you? I thought I would do a roundup of everything that I made in July, so hopefully that's okay with you. I had some really great makes and some really awful ones, so I've got a fair amount to tell you about. I'll start off with what I'm wearing because this has been the absolute success of the month. Maybe even the success of the year so far. I'm really thrilled to bits with this. So this is the Jenna shirt by Closet Core Patterns, and I have been banging on about this shirt for months. As soon as it came out, I thought, oh, I really love that, but I didn't buy it. I don't know why. I tried making all kinds of other shirt patterns, some that I already had and some new ones that I bought instead of this one. And in the end, I had to get this one, and yeah, it serves me right because it's perfect. I absolutely love it. And I've ended up with a fabulous shirt. So this is version A, which is the longer length shirt. I have done it with short sleeves, which isn't in the pattern, but it was a really easy modification. I just cut the sleeve piece off to about elbow length, hemmed it with some bias binding, and then I've rolled it up twice to give this kind of turn up effect on the end of the sleeve. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. I will definitely be making more Jenna shirts. It will probably be just my go-to shirt pattern, I think now. It is really good. The collar in particular I love. So it meets really nicely in the centre there. The collar is just a good size. It's not too big, not too small. It's a really great width as well. I've made the straight size medium, just used some little plain white buttons on here, and this stunning fabric has come from Hayley Jane. It's one that she's got in her outlet store. It's not from one of the boxes, so there is still some left, or at least at the time I'm filming this there is still some left. I've gone for the one that's got a little blue sort of grid pattern, but there is another version that has a green. So go check it out. It's originally a Pigeon Wishes fabric, but I don't think they've got it on their site anymore. But yeah, if you love it, so Hayley Jane Outlet has got some. I'll link it in the description. So before I tell you what else I've made throughout the month of July, I just wanted to tell you a little exciting bit of news really. So quite out of the blue, I was contacted by a company called Munbyn, and they asked me if I wanted to test out their new thermal printer for printing out my sewing patterns. I do have a regular printer, but I thought, well, you know, I'll give it a go. The good thing with these printers is that you don't have to use any ink, so I was quite intrigued. So here is my printer. Like, this is it. It's just this little box. There's a reel of paper inside, and you also get a stack of paper with it as well. So once your rollers run out, you've got some more paper ready to go. So I have been testing that out this month, and I've printed a few patterns on it. This is what it looks like when you've got your pattern printed. It just comes on a big roll like that, and then you just chop it up and stick it together like any normal A4 pattern. But I filmed a little video just to show you how I use it, so I'm going to pop that in now. I hope you don't mind. It is something a bit new for my channel, but if you like it and you wanted to buy one yourself, there is a discount code which I'll put on the screen, and I'll also link in the description for you. So yeah, enjoy this 2-minute video and I'll be back with you in a minute. So here's the printer on my desk. The paper is already inside. In the box you also get this cable. I'm going to connect one end to my laptop and the other end to the printer. I'm going to push and hold this button until the green light comes on. There we go, and I'm going to return to my laptop. I've got the pattern open that I want to print, which is the Sewing Therapy tie dress. I'm just going to select print, make sure I've got the Munbyn printer highlighted, and print. There we go. As you can hear and see, the printing is starting straight away. There we go, it stopped there for us, and we've got a lovely roll of a nice neat pattern. So what I'm going to do now is just roll this up, and then there is a built-in trimmer on the edge of the printer, so if you're very careful you should be able to trim this off nice and neatly. There we go. So there is our pattern, all ready to go. We can cut this up and stick it together and get sewing. So why do I think this is a good buy? First of all, it doesn't take any ink cartridges, which means no messy hands and you don't need to sign up to an ink subscription service. It's portable and compact. It only weighs 750 grams, so it takes up hardly any room at all on your desk. It comes in pink and white, so you can select the colour that best fits with your setting. It comes with a 2-year warranty. It works with A4 and US letter size paper, and Munbyn printing paper is BPA free, FSC certified, non-toxic and eco-friendly. Too hot for tea today, just water. So the first thing that I made this month was this woven t-shirt, and this is the Grainline Studio Scout Tee. I bought this pattern this month, it was a new one to me, and it comes with a standard sleeve, or you can buy an extension pack. So the sleeve that I've made here, which is this cuff sleeve, actually comes from the extension pack. I think there's 4 or maybe 5 other sleeve variants if you buy that pack. So yeah, it's just a pretty basic woven t-shirt. It's made up in this mustardy colour linen, which was just a remnant piece from the bins at Abakhan, and then I've got some bias binding in there from the Specky Seamstress. Yeah, not too much to say about that really. It's a pretty decent make. I got my sizing a bit wrong, so I haven't really been wearing it too much, but I will probably revisit it and try and make another one that fits me a bit better. So that was make number 1. After that, I went on to make my first version. Oh no, that's not true. After that, I made the Gloria blouse by Juliana Matrejevs. Now I wanted to revisit that pattern because I had made it before and it hadn't really worked out, but I didn't just want to give up on it straight away. I wanted to give it another go. So I tried it again with some beautiful fabric that I bought in a charity shop and later found out was a very nice piece of vintage fabric, but I didn't know at the time, so I cut it up and made it into a shirt. Let me grab that and I will show you. Okay, so here it is. I have showed you this before, so I won't spend too much time lamenting over the details, but although it looks very beautiful, and it certainly is, it's a gorgeous fabric, it just doesn't fit me very well. The shape is a bit odd, and yeah, I was very disappointed to say the least. I did get some lovely comments from you all after sharing this the first time round, saying how nice you thought it was and that I should just wear it and learn to love it, and I will do. The fabric is quite a good weight, so it's too warm at the moment to wear it, but I will probably take it on holiday with me, but I'll definitely wear it as it gets cooler as a sort of overshirt type thing, and yeah, hopefully you're right, I'll learn to love it, but at the moment I'm disappointed that I feel like I've ruined this lovely fabric, and these beautiful buttons that I used as well. But you know, these things happen, don't they? Can't get it right all the time. So after the disappointment of that make, that is when I decided enough's enough, you just need to buy the Jenna shirt. So I bought the Jenna shirt and started to make the cropped version, and all was going so very well. My sewing was beautiful, my finishes were lovely, and then when I came to sew up the side seams, I realised I'd made a huge mistake and I'd actually cut out the wrong back piece completely. So what was intended to be a cropped length shirt actually was far too cropped at the back and too long at the front. So after sharing that with you, I had some wonderful advice from my friend Katie, who said just get some more fabric and turn it into the dress. So that's what I did, and I'm so glad she watched that video and gave me that advice, because now I'm really happy that I've got a beautiful shirt dress. I'm going to get it now and I'll pop some pictures in as well to show you what it looks like. Okay, here we go. It really is lovely. So I cropped the shirt at the shortest point from when I'd originally made it, and then I've added on the gathered skirt. I have again cut it at a short sleeve length, which isn't in the pattern, but like I said, it's really easy to do. I've got the breast pocket on the front here, and I've got these lovely buttons which came from the Textile Garden. And yeah, the collar is lovely. It's got a proper collar stand and collar, and I've done fake flat felled seams throughout. And yeah, it's just in this lovely pink linen that I got from Barry's Fabrics in Birmingham. I did have to make a little trip back to get a bit more for the skirt, but you know, that wasn't really that wasn't too traumatic, was it? So yeah, I'm so happy with it now. Had a lovely day out with my family to Attingham Park, which is a National Trust property near Shrewsbury. We went at the weekend and I wore my dress and my husband took some photos of me, so if I haven't already I'll pop them in. But yeah, I felt very nice swishing about. Actually, the other thing that I did was to use the scrap pieces from where I'd cut out the skirt. Because it's just a big rectangle, you end up with some lengths down the side, and I just sewed those together and made a really long tie, so I can either wear it loose and flowy like that or wrap the tie around, and so it kind of cinches in a bit at the waist, and then the shirt part billows out a bit at the top, so it just gives you a different look really. So yeah, I feel like as the month has gone on, things have got a bit better and my sewing has been a bit more successful. One other thing that I made this month was a bag. I think I told you that I'd given a bag a go, and let me grab it. So I have made this bag, which is just a very simple tote bag, and this one is a Merchant & Mills pattern. It's called the Sturdy Tote. So obviously there are hundreds and hundreds of tote bag patterns out there, aren't there? I mean, it's a pretty standard design, but I enjoyed making it and I have used it a couple of times. But what I found was it wasn't quite right for what I needed. I wanted it to be just a bit bigger, and also these straps were an odd size. They were not small enough to carry it in your hand and not long enough to loop it over your shoulder. So I thought about it for a while and I thought, you know what, I could design my own tote bag. So I did. And I kind of just drew it up on a piece of paper and then cut out some squares and rectangles to the size that I thought I wanted my bag to be, created some pockets, and yeah, I've designed this tote bag, so that's kind of exciting. I've made a test version, bear with me, I'll show you. So this is my tester. It's just in some, like a scrap of furnishing fabric, but it is a bit bigger than the one that I've made from Merchant & Mills. It's got a nice flat bottom on it like that, so you can get loads of fabric in it. I wanted to make sure that the straps were a better length for me, and what I've actually done is created 3 different strap lengths. So this one is the medium length, and on me this is a perfect length for looping over your shoulder and still being able to rummage around in the bag without having to stretch your arm all the way down. So I've also got a smaller handle if you did want to have it as a bag that you carry like that, and I've also got a much longer handle in case you're, you know, a lot taller than me and you need a bit more room. So I'm going to the Festival of Quilts on Sunday and I'm going to take this with me and I'm going to road test it, and if it works then I might make, you know, turn it into a proper pattern that I can make available for purchase and download and making. So yeah, that's all kind of really exciting and something that's just sort of come about quite recently really, but yeah, it's making me happy and it's making me feel good to try something new. So we'll see where it goes. It might go nowhere and I might road test it and it doesn't work at all and I'll be back to square one, but if it works then I'll let you know. So let's see, is that everything? I think that might be everything I've made in July. A couple of other things that I've done this month is I've been on a kind of trying to make myself feel a bit better. I've started to do some yoga and I've started to drink a lot more water, which, you know, is always good, and I never usually do that enough. So yeah, I'm feeling a bit better than I was at the beginning of the month anyway, and the sewing successes have definitely helped. So I will leave it there, I think, for today, because I'm at risk of waffling on now because I have run out of things to tell you about. I'm sure I'll be back soon with a plans video. If you like the printer and you've got any questions, feel free to drop me a message in the comments or contact me on Instagram or whatever you like, and I'll answer whatever I can for you. So have a great week. Thank you so much for watching anyway, as always. Please do give the video a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you don't already, and I will hopefully see you all very soon. Take care. Bye now.